Right, welcome back to today's video, guys. And today I just want to, update you on this battery drain that I had, and we're also going to have a quick look around my electrics and where we are so far. Sort of like an introduction to the electrics. It's not been finished yet, but cash flow seems to be a problem. But JVS Auto Electrics, they are going to be doing my electrics for me. So, as you can see, right. Let's have a look at the battery drain. So it's been parked up now for, I think the MOT was about 9-10 weeks ago, and then it's been back and I haven't moved it since, so that's about 2 months, yeah, 10 weeks or so ago. And then, so this is the update. I did cut that remote aerial wire on the back of the stereo on a previous video, so I don't know if you've seen that, but this is sort of like an update. I mean, back then the battery wouldn't last, if I parked it up for a week, it would be dead again. So this is 8 weeks, 10 weeks it's been parked up, between 8-10 weeks, and so it's 11.7 volts. Now the question is, will that be enough to start the van? Well, we'll find out in a minute, but before we do that, I'm just going to, while I'm here at the front of the van, I might as well show you the electrics and where it starts. So pretty much from the battery, the power cable comes down and it goes through this this fuse here, the original fuse box, and then you can see the red power cable. It runs down to the front of the van. But a lot of people, they put their leisure battery here at the front, put them side by side, 2 batteries, and actually, that's probably the better way of doing it. I mean, if you've got the Caravelle, that's the only way of really doing it, because you won't have any room inside the van. It wasn't until afterwards I thought, yeah, I could have actually done both batteries here side by side, but yeah, never mind. But I don't know, you can't see the cable there, but the red power cable runs along the bottom, underneath that sort of like cross member, along with the wiring loom, and it comes up through the bumper there, well, on the inside inner wing, runs through the bulkhead, and then it's up in there somewhere. Yeah, ask the auto electrician. He's done a good job so far. I'm well impressed. And then it runs down there under the carpet. It goes under this footwell. This footwell was like taken out. It runs out along there, under the carpet, along through there, and then to the back of the vehicle. He has also run some other wires through, so that all the rear lights, the rear cigarette lighter 12 volt supplies, they will also be powering from the leisure battery and not the main battery. So later on when we actually go into the electrics, we'll discuss that. So you can see there he's put the relay at the back there, hidden away. I mean, this is where I wanted all the electrics, in this area here. So that's the 140 amp relay split charge. At the moment it is just temporarily wired in so that I could use it just with the fridge without having a switchboard, because the fridge does have its own on and off button built in. So right, and down here we have the battery, which I didn't realise at the time how dark it was, and you can't actually see, but I only have a really little battery in there, and there's enough room for a decent size leisure battery in there. So I will at some point be updating, upgrading the bracket that I made, a bigger bracket and then a bigger battery at some point. And then eventually we want to get the electric hookup sorted out. We also want solar panels, and of course JVS Auto Electrical, my mate there, he knows his stuff, and yeah, he's going to be hooking me up with all of that. So hang around and find out what he does. This is the board that he's wired up for me already. So that's my electric switchboard. It comes with all this. This was a kit that I bought off eBay. It was pretty cheap. I don't know, I think it might have been about £30 or so. But yeah, it was all right. I mean, the only problem was my mate, he said when he wired it all up, he goes, yeah, these spoke connectors, he goes, they're crap. He goes, they don't even fit. They're not the right size. But apart from that, it's he goes, he's happy it's going to do the job. I've got the circuit breakers on there, rather than fuses. Oh yeah, also this is what it comes with. It comes with just a basic voltage to tell you what the volt of your battery is. So we've swapped that out with a volt and amp meter. so that will be telling me how many amps I'm using at any one time. So, and then we've got all the switches there. We've got one for the fridge, one to switch on that voltmeter, one for the water, one for the lights, and we also have a spare. But we could have had, we can put anything else on there, so if I could put the 230 volts on it, well, actually I don't know how you're going to wire the 230, I don't know, I'm not the auto electrician here, so we will be doing a segment with him at some point coming up, once all of this is wired in. I mean, when he's wiring it all in, we'll get a few clips of him working away, and then we'll have a little chat with him. But we'll be doing that in an episode, hopefully as soon as this lockdown's over. But I mean, this is work, and it's work for him, so I guess there's no harm in him doing the job and us interviewing him from 2 meters away, I guess. I mean, we could do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have got other jobs to be getting on with, and I have got other videos coming up before we actually go into the full electrics on the van. But you can see this is where I want the electrics board. When that door closes, that's where the electric board's going to sit. But it kind of like rubs with that bit there at the back. So I don't know how we're going to do that. I need to speak to him. But yeah, it will just sit in there. I'll be that'll look pretty sweet, I think. Right, let's whack all this away, and let's wrap this video up by seeing if the van will start. Let's see if it will start on, what was it, 11.7, wasn't it? Was it 11.76 or something? I think it was fluctuating between 11.76 and 11.77. I don't think anyone's going to grumble over 0.01 of a volt. Right, let's jump in the front here and see if it starts. Place your bets now. Will it start? Well, that answers that, doesn't it? Nothing. So, no, the van won't start on 11.7 volts. However, I do have this wicked little charger that we use for the remote control cars. I use it to charge my LiPo, and it was only my auto electrician. I go, my battery charger that I got is only for motorbikes because it's my old motorbike charger. I go, I haven't got a proper, I've got the jump pack here, but yeah, jump packs, well, I could have used a jump pack, I didn't think about that. But yeah, so he goes, he says, well, you got your battery charger, didn't you, for your remote, for your RC cars? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, just use that. He goes, put it on PP mode. He goes, and off you go, happy days. So I went and got my charger out and hooked it all up. So let me just leave this here. Let me go grab that. Oh right, yeah. Yeah, that's what voltage we're on now after trying to start it. So it went from 11.7 down to 9.9. Yeah. Well, you'd think the battery was completely mullered, but it turns out the battery's still good because, well, I don't know. I left it, well, since this video, it's been left a couple of days now, and the voltage hasn't dropped a single little bit. And I've ordered something off eBay, so I'll be showing you that next time. But yeah, this is my charger that I got. Well, that's not my charger, that's my voltmeter. But yeah, that charger, I think it charged the battery in 80 minutes. So that's a really good little charger. Highly recommended. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Come back next week because I've got another little mod that I will be doing. So take care, stay safe, peace.